I'll have to tell you the story of the Lipskys. This husband and wife, Jewish, Avram and Tanya Lipsky, were living in Ghent, Belgium, when the Germans came in. They were occupying, so they hide. But they have a very young boy, Rafi. He's boisterous and he's loud, and he'll give him away. So they find a woman who will take him in. Madame Chameau will take him in as though he's actually a love child of hers. And through that, they preserve his life through the war, and he survives. He was still alive in the 80s. But Madame Chameau goes to Rafi and says, your name, that's no longer your name, is Nicolas Loubet. Nick, 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 Nick. And she drums that into him, drums it in. He's pushing back a little bit in the beginning. Finally, he's just doing it, responds to, hey, Nick. And he responds, and hey, Nick. It's all going great. 6 or 8 months later, she's walking by his bedroom. The bedroom door's open a little bit. And he's got his teddy bear, and he says, I want to tell you a secret. My name is not really Nicolas Loubet, but I can't tell you. Because if I did, I'd have to spank you. And he spanks the bear. But he never says the real name. And she could never figure out how much he had assimilated the name, and just became clear to her he hadn't become that. Her worry was if he still knows it, he might disclose it. The parents are making decisions to deceive the Nazis. In fact, at one point, I think they're nieces of the mayor of the town, and the mayor is a Nazi sympathizer. And they're going down the road one day with Madame Chameau, and they cross paths, and they go, Rafi, that's Rafi Lipsky. And she says, no, it's not. And they insist, and she insists. This is my child. You're wrong. And they part. They go, oh, my heavens, those are so close. They might now know who he is and where he is. And so what do you do? So she contacts Avram and Tanya, and they ride their bicycles through the night, sneaking around all the sentries. And they have this discussion, what are we going to do? And they make the decision to keep him there. But the dad's going to write those 2 nieces a letter and threaten their lives. We'll kill you. And all of a sudden, Nick comes in the room. He's there at the doorway, and Madame Chameau says, oh, Nick, come in. Meet my guests. This is Madame and Monsieur Theophile. Do you not feel that Madame Elsa here is as beautiful as your mother? He said, oh, no, my mother is much more beautiful. And your father, does Monsieur Theophile, does he not resemble your father? He said, no, my father was big. He was so strong. He had to go through doors sideways. Well, okay, you've bothered my guests enough. Come, give me a kiss goodnight. She sends him off to bed. You're the parents. You just heard him not recognize you. Now the price is, will he be our son, even if he's alive?
I'm really keyed in on the name part of it, though. Drills it into him. And he knows it's important. This is your name, no one can know your other name. Your name's Nicolas Loubet, Nick, right? And he won't tell the bear his real name. But it's important that the bear knows that that's not who he is.